Hey everyone, it's Brianna here with your Tuesday tip. Thank you so much for watching. Today we're going to talk about controlling what you can and letting the rest go. Because it's an intense time in the world right now, particularly here in the US. We have a lot of change happening. There's a lot of fear and anxiety going on. I've been feeling a little bit of that as I make changes in my life and move forward. And I know that a lot of other people have been feeling this way because it's so uncertain what is in store for us as we move forward, especially as a country, but also just as individuals. Friendships are ending, whether it be over political debates or not. Passions are strengthening and forming and becoming more difficult to ignore. And the leadership is changing. Our values system is kind of coming into question. There's a lot of scrambling going on to figure out what is our world going to look like moving forward. And that can be very unsettling for people, humans who value safety and security. We value feeling comfortable. And we don't like feeling afraid, and it's easy to feel afraid during times like these, but people tend to take one of two approaches that I've seen when this type of fear is going on or these complicated interactions between people are going on. They either overanalyze, they get up in their head, they think about, the story of what's playing out, why it happened, what's happening, who's involved, what they're thinking about, what their reactions could have been or would have been if something had gone differently. They overanalyze, they go into it. I have totally been there, just by the way. That this is one of my biggest, it's been a big point of learning for me in my life, how to slow down that thought process and kind of drop into a calmer, more grounded, centered place. But that overanalyzing is easy to do when you're feeling afraid. Another approach that people take is kind of deny, deny, deny. Nothing's wrong, nothing's going on. I can just keep living my life exactly the way that it is and not looking at the undesirable stuff. There's no problem here. I'm totally good, whatever. Deny that any problems exist. Unfortunately, neither of these options, they really work well when it comes to actually feeling good, being effective on a day-to-day basis, and feeling like you're able to let things go that are just weighing you down and are out of your control. We'll churn over ideas for just forever and ever and ever, and we start feeling crazy because we're doing everything that we think we should be doing. We've been thinking about it and trying different game plans, but it hasn't been working out, and we start to feel crazy or we start to feel sick. We've repressed everything, we've just chugged along for as long as we possibly can, and our bodies start to get sick and lonely and disconnected from people. So maybe it's some combination of the two. But for today, my tip is hidden behind door number 3, another potential approach that you can take to control what you can and let the rest go so that you can kind of weather this uncertain time with a little bit more ease. And honestly, when we all approach situations like this with a little bit more ease and understanding, the transition becomes much more graceful, much more pleasant, less challenging. We're able to get where we need to go together, and we're able to do it with love and understanding. So the biggest tip that I can tell you about controlling what you can and letting the rest go is that we tend to control so much more than we think that we do. We control our thoughts, our feelings, our choices, our actions. We control it all. Nobody has more control over our life and our experience than we do. So if you find yourself saying what you hate about someone else, what you hate about the situation, what you don't like, what you feel makes you feel a certain way, what person's actions are making you feel uncomfortable, or what needs to happen for you to feel good. I'm inviting you today to take that control back. Don't send your power all out to those people and those circumstances, because the power is yours to make yourself feel good right now. Instead of blaming other people, take a look and say, hey, why is that so upsetting for me? That usually means there's something in yourself that you see in that person or situation that you don't like. Take a look at that. Take a thought. How could I possibly think, or, what could I do right now to help myself feel better about my circumstance, to help myself rejuvenate so that I feel empowered to take actions towards the outcome that I want. What are the actions that I can take care of myself and make myself feel good right now? Start taking those actions, and you'll feel much more in control when you start taking control of all of those things, rather than sending the responsibility out to other people to change the way that they're looking at things or doing things or whatever. When you take full control and responsibility over how you're feeling, and when you take empowered actions to make yourself feel better. Because honestly, at the end of the day, letting the rest go, it really comes down to trusting that everything is going to work out in your favor. It comes down to trusting that things are working out, even if you can't see it right now, that you're going to be okay at the end of the day, that, everything is going to be all right and you will survive what you need to. When you start taking the actions that I just outlined, taking your control back and helping yourself feel better, you're going to build that sense of trust in yourself. You don't need to trust anyone else. All you need to do is trust yourself to get yourself through the difficult times. It won't matter what anyone else is doing, because when you're that deeply connected to yourself, you're that deeply connected to what you're trying to do in the world, it's much easier to see clearly through the challenging times and to build that strength that you need to keep the fight going. So that you can let go of what you can't control. Control what you can and let the rest go. And that's today's tip. I would love to hear what you think. If any questions come up, put them in the comments. I would love to hear what you think of this video. And you can always reach me with more private questions, info@briannamcnerney.com. I would absolutely love to hear from you. I'm off to teach a class a little bit later at the Rochester Brainery called How to Use Your Fear to Grow Your Business. I'm so excited. If you're in the Rochester area and you're looking for something to do tonight, I would love to see you in the room. I promise to warm up your heart on this cold, snowy day. And always, keep your eye on my events page, because I've been doing all kinds of stuff out and about lately. It's fun to get in front of some of you and see friendly faces. And I'm just sending so much love and success to you all. I hope to talk to you again soon. Thanks for watching. This is Brianna McNerney, and I'll see you later.